Next up at UFC Saudi Arabia, we got Terrance McKinney taking on Damir Hadzovic. Terrance McKinney, been around forever, not very trustworthy. He is 15-7 in his career. He is 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that head kick knockout loss back in May. He's taking on Damir Hadzovic, 14-7 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, coming up that grapple-heavy loss to Mark DeCasey, who was supposed to be a kickboxer about a year and a half ago. We all know Terrance McKinney at this point, right? He's got all the talent. All the talent. He was a JUCO All-American wrestler. He's got phenomenal hands. He's got speed. He's got grappling. He has literally every single aspect. The comparison I've always made is if this was a video game and you were only allotted a certain amount of points to add to the striking and the grappling, they gave him all the points. You used up all your points on grappling, striking, and wrestling, and you left no points over for chin or cardio. And those are the only 2 problems that Terrance McKinney has. He is taking on an elderly Damir Hadzovic. His striking is okay. He'll move forward. He'll just throw short punches. They're designed to get you against the cage so that he can take you down. If he gets you down, he's a hammer on top. And he has lost to some decent guys like Renato Moicano, Christos Gallegos. The UFC wins, however, don't hold up. He doesn't have a single win, not one win over anybody actively on the UFC roster. And Damir is old, and Damir's not necessarily spectacular, so he's probably going to lose this fight. And these odds continue to widen because everybody knows he's probably going to lose this fight. My one and only concern, and maybe it's just me being a chicken shit, is Terrance McKinney's not somebody you can trust with everything. He has all the talent. There's no way he should lose to a 38-year-old man. Not in this fight, not with this stylistic matchup. But damn it, we've seen crazier things. Terrance is definitely the pick. What do you think? Bet Sam.
I mean, when you talk about Terrance McKinney and his cardio, I think his cardio gets overinflated with people's attempt at saying how bad it is. Because, I think he just throws a lot of energy out there. It's similar to like how we saw Dricus du Plessis start to look tired against Darren Till. When you're throwing the fucking kitchen sink at everybody, you're trying to wrestle at 100 miles an hour. You're going to get tired. It doesn't matter if you're a performance athlete or not.
Not if you're training doing 77 pull-ups.
That's right. Only Merab Dvalishvili is the only guy who doesn't really get tired at that pace. But I don't think it's going to matter here. I mean, Damir Hadzovic, his last win came back in, 2021? A narrow decision win over Yancy Medeiros. You go back and watch that fight. It's not worthy of watching. And that's why the UFC put the only fight for Damir Hadzovic at Paulo Reyes. Paulo Reyes, a fucking nobody in the sport as well. That win was back in 2019. I swear, all you got to do is just look at this fight and just take the equation out of it. Should Terrance McKinney win? Absolutely. If you want to bet on him because you like to do. He shouldn't make everybody safe parlays or anything like that because there are the concerns there, but the dude should probably win. It's that simple. I don't want to waste too much time on it. Terrance McKinney by finish, under 2.5 rounds, lock it in,
Listen, I agree. I actually tried to parlay Terrance McKinney and Muhammad Naimov. I was like, you know what? Yeah. 2 guys that are not quite trustworthy that should absolutely win, and Bet Online is who we use. They have it locked. And I don't know if they locked the Terrance side or the Muhammad side, but they had it locked. But I do like that bet.
Like you can't put it together?
So Bet Online is one of the best sports books for betting on fights because they have the earliest odds. Weeks out, they have all the fights. And they have the most amount of prop bets and the earliest prop bets. Like they already have round lines up. They already have every single prop bet you could want for a fight up. The only ones that get added later are takedowns and strikes. The problem is all of that introduces risk on their side, right? When you're offering 15 props per fight and you have these up earlier before anybody else and you have no other sports book to reference, you're really just out there on an island. So sometimes they will limit who you can and can't parlay. So if they just add a fight, if Terrance McKinney got a new opponent 10 seconds from now, the odds will be up there almost immediately, but they won't let you parlay that. They wait for the lines to settle. So I don't know who was locked, whether it was Terrance because his line moved quick and that was odd, or if it was Naimov. But I tried to slap those 2 together and the website wouldn't let me. They didn't let me do it the other day. I tried it today. They wouldn't let me do it. But there's a sneak peek into premium membership. That bet may just show up at some point if they do let me do it.
Oh, I mean, I got the Terrance McKinney before his odds were inflated here. And this was basically back as soon as this card, fully got announced for odds on my sportsbook, which is a little bit later than a lot of US sportsbooks. Things take a little bit of time to get to New Zealand, And I got Jazz Davicius and Terrance McKinney, wrapped that together in a 2-leg. 1.93 on odds. So almost double your money there. I'm pretty happy with it,
Yeah. Yeah, 1.93 equates to minus 117 in our world. No, minus 107 our world. So yeah, that's solid. That's a solid little parlay. You and I are both on the same side with Terrance McKinney, $9,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. He should be. He's worth that salary previously. He should get it done. Let's go to Avery. You are live. You are on. Hit that mute button and tell us who you think wins this fight.
I gotta go McKinney. He should win this one.
You've been sitting there this whole time like, I'm going to say McKinney and they're going to fucking.
Oh, no. I look-key thought you're going to. No, I honestly was hoping you'd save me for the Blob fight that's after this one. So I want to talk about that one if that's cool. But yeah, I think,
all right, I'll throw you back in the queue. We can break down gorgeous Shamil.
But I do think Terrance McKinney wins. Like, don't trip. Oh, okay, I like that. Yeah, I think Terrance McKinney wins. He's gonna come out super duper hard. He almost finished Dober in the first round. He was working Nazim Sadikov in the first round, and Damir Hadzovic is like a second generation
slow
UFC fighter.
Yeah. I'm with
you. Slow too. Honestly, if McKinney loses this one, then
that's it. Yeah.
that's tough. And honestly, you kind of really don't. Not even to be a dick or anything, but even after McKinney wins this fight, I'm totally gonna jinx it. Even after McKinney wins this fight, like, who else does he beat? Like, his chin doesn't stand up. He gasses out after one round. So who can he beat? Like, Chase Hooper would destroy Terrance McKinney
if he could survive early. But yeah, no, listen. He's a hard guy to trust, which is the problem here.
I'm like 90% confident. I just don't see how Terrance McKinney loses this fight. Because I don't think Hadzovic's gonna catch him or anything like that. I think
he's not dangerous. Yeah. Listen, yeah. I agree. I've just got PTSD from some other Terrance McKinney should have been wins that didn't go that way after wild early success.
Yeah, man. Imagine if he got past Dober. That would have been
not even Dober. He had no success whatsoever with the brother. What was that brother?
Oh, Ismail Bonfim.
Bonfim brother. Yeah. That was a fight where it's like, but actually that didn't go his way. That didn't go his way at all.
Bonfim, he didn't even he's not even looking that good. He took freaking what was
beat that old man.
Michelle. He took Michelle to a decision. I'm like, you should be finishing Michelle.
100%. All right, well, let me throw you back in the queue. We'll get at you with Shamil. Bet Sam is part of premium membership. And if you want to get his picks and his bets and support his pump, you can do so now. Go to WeWantPicks.com, click become a member, use his promo code, give him a couple of bucks. $10 for an entire month. And as I mentioned earlier, we're kicking off quite the stretch here. No breaks. Next week's UFC 312.